What's up, everybody? Welcome to HotMakes, right here on HotMakers. HotMakers? HotMakes.
That's the new name.
This is Shannon. Oh, how are you doing,
We're
Shannon?
off to a great start today.
First 10
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We are having way too much fun before the show started today.
I know.
I just had so much fun. So let's try that again. What's up, HotMakers? Welcome to HotMakes. No, welcome. It's been another week. It is another HotMakes. Yes, it is. It is rocking and rolling. You're still hanging out with us, which is awesome.
I know. There should be like a bet on how long I'll last.
Wait a minute. You could easily win or lose that bet if you knew about it.
Awesome for us, but we don't know if it's awesome for her or not.
Right. Well, what have you been up to this week? I've seen you on Twitch. I've seen some posts on the socials and some TikToks. You've been up to a lot. So what have you been up to?
Oh boy. I made a bow in a week. A 3D printed bow. That was the thing that I did.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if it shoots today. I think it will. Other than that, I've just been hanging out. Honestly, I'm prepping for my trip to California, so I'm pretty excited.
Sweet, and that'll be next week for your birthday, right?
Sort of next week. So not next weekend, but the following one.
That's right, the following week.
Yeah. So close.
What's today? Today is the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. Your birthday's on the 28th.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's the 14th. I'm sorry. It's the 14th. It's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day.
See, I had my clock synced to the internet, but Jim did not.
I did not. Hey, anything cool we show today, there'll be a link in the description below. Jump in there. There's a Google Doc. Find episode 91, and we'll be able to see all the link dump. Also, if you like the show today, hit us up on the PayPals. Give us a little Oreo fund. There'll be a link in the description of the show as well. And yeah, we'll keep rocking and rolling.
Yeah. So we are pre-recorded tonight, as Jim slipped up.
We are?
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Yes. We are coming up on 100 episodes, though. You just said episode 91, which is crazy because I feel like I just hopped in at like 80 something and here we are. And we're trying to hit 1,000 subs on our page. So make sure you're going over to the main channel. By that 100 episodes, we want to do that 1K mark. So I think we're at 643. I think I looked right before this.
Nice.
So
yeah, we are.
We're getting there.
So we gained one since last week. That's okay. I love it. Hey, real quick, let's circle back. You said you made a bow. Like, bury the lead here. Do you have the bow around you?
It's on my desk. Do you want me to go get it?
Well, I tell you what, we will have you show it later in the show. That way we'll give you time to run and get it.
Okay.
We got to see it before we go today.
Okay.
But I can't. That's going to be awesome. I'm just hanging out. I'm actually testing some new filament from Coex. It is a Nilex filament. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that or not, but I am. So let's see if I can actually bring this not blown out way. I did a little mini Jim. I know, right? There you go. There's so much light. So, anyways, there's a mini Jim and a teepee. I don't know. Anyways, it actually came out really good. It's on the Ender 3 S1. I used an ABS profile. I turned up the temps just a little bit, and this thing actually surprised the heck out of me with nylon. So I'm super pumped about getting some more stuff printed there. Speaking of cool prints, though, don't forget about Filament February. Thangs and ProtoPasta came together. Filament February is doing an amazing thing here. All you have to do is, well, Shannon will tell you what you have to do in a minute, but all you have to do is post some stuff. There's some awesome prizes. What's all the prizes? Do you remember?
Well, it's open to both creators, like the designers and the printers. So if you guys are printing, if you're designing the files, you can do whatever you want to enter. And it actually is super easy to enter. We keep saying this, how easy it is and how many amazing chances you have to win because you have the whole month. We're about halfway through now, right? We're halfway through.
Yeah.
But that means how many people have won already. So you still have 2 weeks to do this. Every day they are picking 2 community members to win a $50 gift card to ProtoPasta. And then they also have some amazing grand prizes. Jim, if you want to go over that as well.
Yeah. What do we got? We got 26 winners already, including today.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the grand prizes. So every day they're giving away 2 $50 ProtoPasta gift cards. And the grand prize for the maker in the community is going to get a subscription to ProtoPasta that gives you, I believe, 3 1-kilogram rolls every 2 months from ProtoPasta. I mean, that is almost almost an $800, $750 value right there, and that is going to be awesome. Also, designers out there, it's an 11-inch iPad Pro with an Apple Pencil, and you can check that out. Design some cool stuff on there.
That's crazy.
And all you have to do is post the stuff that you do with hashtag Filament February, and also tag Thangs in there, and they'll find you. And we have some really cool stuff to show off. Let me just pop that up real quick here, but we have some really cool stuff to show off. I pulled up maybe like 4 or 5 things that were tagged since last week. There's so many tags out there that it's been just an awesome there we go, an awesome contest so far. Some really good winners, and we don't have a bumper, but how about we do like let's just jump into it. All right, here we go. we should create a bumper for Filament February for the last like 2 weeks. Anyways,
Gary, get on that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Added to his list.
I love how I just got an okay, but if you asked for it, it probably would have been a problem.
Right.
Go ahead, Jim. Ask for it. See what happens.
Anyways,
What are you looking at, butthead?
He's gone rogue. He's gone rogue again. I see the Council of Andrews is with us, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And thank you for being here on a Monday on Valentine's Day. All right, what do we got here? Thanks. I'm gonna make this full screen. This would be a great time to grab that bow if you wanted. Anyways,
That was so subtle.
Yeah, you like that? This is awesome. This is a winner from February 11th at Buck Miller 410, $50 gift card to ProtoPasta. And what did Buck Miller print? This was a double maze for his granddaughters. I love printing these things. The mazes are really cool. I don't know if you've ever done one, Shannon, but I printed a ton of these, and this one actually is a double maze, so one goes inside of the other. It's kind of like a Russian nesting maze. and I really love printing these things, but I love it. Clean print, and he printed them all at the same time. Have you ever done one of these?
I haven't. I am impressed that they all came off so clean, though, with multiple on the bed, because every time I print multiples like that, something happens. So that's impressive.
Yeah, or if you're not dialed in, stringing everywhere. But congratulations, Buck Miller, on the $50 Thangs gift card to ProtoPasta. There we go. 3D Printing World. I made a mini version of the planetary gear demo that's only 19 grams, so I can use it as a test/filament sample. It prints in place with no supports, printed with ProtoPasta's Mermaid Teal that I won from Filament February. So this is a mini version. So this is super cool. I love printing things with gears, especially when they work straight off the bed. And if you're dialed in, these tolerances actually look pretty big, so that looks like it would work pretty good.
I love anything with gears.
I should have known. But you know what they should do? They should turn this over and make these each one a geary.
It's a long lost cousin.
There you go.
There's an inappropriate joke here, but I'm not. There's a lot of gears meshed together there.
Nice. Well, this is pretty cool. 3D Printing World, nice work on the print in place gears. What did he call it? A planetary gear demo for testing filament. That's pretty cool. And he printed it with winnings that he won this month. So that's pretty cool too.
There you go.
You know, when people tell me that the world doesn't revolve around me, I show them that.
You just put your Geary right in the center of it.
Yeah,
I love it. February 11th. This is the winning designer with the most new followers, and it was hopefully I say this right. Is it Coruja 3D on Instagram? Most new followers gets a $50 US gift card as well. And let's pop this in. So this was some stuff that he was designing, or they were designing. I'm not sure if it's a team but these are cool.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of detail in that last one.
There we go. I like this idea. Basically, you're printing the outline. You can put it up against any wall or background and give it all sorts of different color textures and all that stuff. I like that a lot. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It's very unique.
So congratulations on that. What else we got? 2 more for Filament February. Valentine's Day print for this year. This is the Valentine's Day Gnomes by Chelsea over at I believe this is ChaosCortec. Here we go. There we go. These are cool. I think I need to print one of these.
They're very cute. Look at how clean that print is, though.
Very clean. I love it. I know no printing details, but Barry Webb will take your. I'm not sure if that's it's got to be multicolor. I don't think this is multiple pieces.
Mm-mm.
I'm curious what he printed this off of, but nice work there, Barry. I love the gnomes, and Chelsea, keep up the great work, and Garrett as well. All right, one more. Then we got an awesome guest to bring in, so I'm super pumped. So I'm kind of like moving through these. CM Designs by CM. Make your 3D printer buzz with Valentine's Day gifts. This is a Be Mine candy box. Check this out. Super cool. It looks like a little honeycomb there with a filament change at the top. I love it.
That's cute.
I like the colors are, everybody like Valentine's Day is like red and black. You know, this is super cool because
black and gold, keep it coming.
Yeah, black.
I love that.
I
love that the little bees' eyes are hearts too, like the little details that are in there.
I love that you noticed that because I didn't.
I have it up on my big screen as well. So I was
nice. Nice. No, I didn't even catch that, but that is super cool. I do love the attention to detail a lot of these designers bring. And it's funny because maybe you didn't see that, but I saw the honeycombs. Or, you know, maybe I didn't see that, but I saw the honeycombs, but you saw the hearts. It's super cool when you see different things, different people looking at the print. But that is Filament February. Jump on it. Link in the description below on how you can enter. But get on it. It's free. All you have to do is print something from Thangs and tag them on the socials. So you want to do that. Some super cool stuff from Filament February today.
You're already on Friday. I'm okay.
I am. Well, Filament February is actually Chep's channel, Chuck Hellebuck's channel. He does a Filament Friday, and so I intertwine those. So if we added Chep to the mix, it could be Filament February Friday. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyways, today we have an awesome guest with us. We didn't allude to it in the beginning, but I'm alluding to it right now. So we featured some stuff recently on the channel. Actually, I think we featured quite a bit of his stuff throughout the history of the show. But I'm super pumped about this. He had one of the coolest things we saw in the last couple weeks, and he goes by Brandon. You might know him as the original BFG. Brandon, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you for coming on. I know we're here. It's almost Valentine's Day.
Okay,
and we thought, we showed off some really cool stuff from you, and I want to get to that. But first, before we go any further, if no one has met you, no one knew who you were, who are you, what do you do, where can we find your stuff, that kind of thing.
So yeah, as you said, I mostly just go by my real name, Brandon Langdon. I'm a software engineer. But for the past year, I've been mostly working as like a software developer advocate. But mostly I have been for years working as toolpath development. So my past job at Type A Machines, and now where I currently work is Uniformity Labs, and I do a lot of the actually programming of the laser systems on 3D printers.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if you want to hit something, then I make it move to that spot and zap it. So yeah, most of my stuff you can find on Twitter. I don't do much anywhere else. Yeah.
And that's that's at BFLangdon. We'll have that in
that's
the
right.
link in the description as well. So we've seen a lot of cool stuff, but I got to bring up this right here. So this was something you did recently. It's 7 grams, the final weight. This is a tailpiece for a violin. And we featured this recently, and you went through the process. I believe you kind of like left everybody hanging for a minute, and then you kind of stepped us through the process on the Twitter, and it turned out gorgeous. So, you're here with us now. We can actually talk to you about it. How do you do this start to finish? What machine would you use, and like what's the process here?
Well, I guess we should start with a little bit of the 3D design for this. It's a little bit different than FDM because you have to take into account what material you're working with. So there's a lot of limitations. Right. You also need some way of doing the lattice development, which is kind of challenging. But so the part itself is, just a normal CAD part, and then you just slice it up on the slicer after you support it. That's a whole nother topic we could go into for hours, is support development, but SJ would probably be better about that than I would.
I'm guessing it's not like Kira.
No, yeah. You might be familiar with it. NetFab is a pretty big one that we use a lot.
Yeah. That's what I use, actually.
Yeah,
nice.
So you can do a lot of amazing lattice structures and removable supports with it. But the machines you want to use, right? Where do you get these, and what do they look like? Well, they're kind of if you think of like old supercomputers that take up like half a room,
right?
They're just these massive boxes that are sealed environments, especially for so this is done in titanium.
Okay.
And titanium is reactive, so you can't just have it just sitting around. Otherwise, it'll oxidize really fast, but then it also could catch fire. So
that doesn't sound good.
On that.
Yeah, aluminum actually is more dangerous, but the titanium can be pretty difficult.
Really? I guess I never thought of that. In my head, you can't just light titanium on fire. To me, like that's how I feel. Like I can't just walk up and light, titanium on fire or something. But I guess
don't test this theory at home.
Yeah. In this process, I imagine is it a powder? It starts as a powder.
That's right. Yeah. So it starts off as a really fine powder. You're looking on average like 50 to 100 microns in size.
Whoa.
Each particle. And so that gives it a lot of surface area to be reactive. And so it's not just like a normal coin sitting around where you have like a thin layer but you can actually react the whole part really quickly, particle. And that makes it generate a lot of heat, and then it can burn.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
it's so pretty though. It turned out so nice.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
And so how long does something like that take to print?
That's like the question I feel like we always need to ask, because everything is so different, and that looks like so much detail.
Yeah, it is a lot of detail. A lot of the printing time can depend on your orientation. So when I did this one, there were a lot of limitations on what I could do. How much powder I can use. So that determined the position, and which determined the support structure, which determined a lot of the factors that I needed to take into account to actually make it. So this took longer. So that is not how I would want to print it. It was what was needed to be done to meet. I had a maximum height of 90 millimeters to print in.
Oh wow!
So yeah. So I had to get it at the right position to survive, and because you got to support all that metal as it forms, and
right.
And so
did you do multiple pieces here? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I did 3 on a plate, and just to maximize these, because one of the big things with the powder isn't just the the parts themselves or the time it takes to print it. It's the cleaning and resetting of the machine. So when you run it, you want to kind of maximize how much you're using that machine as much as possible. So, because you can't open this, until the powder's cleaned out and it's evacuated, and you have to get all the material out. Then you can pull the parts out. So it's a little bit labor intensive in the process. You have to do glove ports and reaching inside the machine and running, and you're constantly running argon through it the entire time. There's no
Oh,
oxygen
wow.
in there.
Holy moly. So I'm not sure how much you can actually talk about because I'm assuming this was at work. But was this like a run for some clients? Was this like they needed several, or did you only need one but you did 3?
I did these as a demo part. So one thing that is difficult, as you mentioned in the metal printing space, is a lot of the stuff you do is under heavy NDA or working with like a government position, because those are the ones that are most interested in, they don't care about the expense, or they want that optimization that metal printing provides. So you have a lot of people that are working on something really special for their, like a vehicle or a aircraft, or who knows what it is, but you might not even know what it is. Just
it's just a part for something, right? That's all you need to know.
Something with holes and tubes, and I don't know.
Right.
But you can't really show those off anywhere. So I was tasked with the last year of trying to make stuff that we could actually show off with on our website, and kind of like, why would you want to print this in titanium? That's one question is, why do you want to use titanium? Well, one, it's really strong and really light. So, and that seemed like a great demo piece for the violin, because the lighter you can get the tailpiece, the less energy is absorbed. And so it just transfers that sound more into the body. Nice. So it gives it kind of has a brighter, warmer sound to it, because a lot of that energy is just directly put right into the sounding board.
Got it. That's pretty cool. So did someone play the violin when you were done?
I did a little bit. It's not in tune. So when I designed the tailpiece, I intended it to be paired with a part that I don't have yet. It's back ordered, but there are these fine tuners that replace on the peg head. So actually I have it right here. So up here, you have your tuning pegs. Okay. And there's a different type where it's a fine tuner, so you can make small adjustments on it. Are
you talking about like geared tuning, like a guitar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Okay.
But it's built into the peg. So right now it's really hard to tune it, because there's I don't have the tuning pegs down here anymore. So, but it still works. You can.
So wait. Newsflash, you play the violin as well?
My background is when I was in high school, I was thinking I'd be a musician. So I started off on that, and then I realized, I'm okay, but I'm not gonna wow the world. So it's time to move on to something else. And I always loved computers. I grew up with, a lot of people in my age did, with a Commodore 64 and just hacking, circuit bending, and awesome. I followed that into software eventually after. Well, yeah. So my actual degree is in physics with programming.
Wow, that's cool. So I didn't know you played it as well. That's super cool. So, you, not to change the how do I say this? Not to turn a page on that, because that is super cool. But you showed us something before we went live that you have with you right now, and I think it's it's a metal 3D printed. Is it an extruder?
That's right. Yep.
Oh, we got to see this.
Yeah, I don't have the full part, because I printed the one. I just threw it on a platform to print, just to prototype it, and I sectioned it so you could see inside of the lattice structure. So,
that's cool.
This was one. Yeah, I'll try to get it up here for you all to see without the reflection, maybe. Kind of see it.
So is that like the extruder part or the hot end part?
Yeah. So right here we have this would be the typical nozzle plugs in. See, it's getting my face, not me.
Sure.
And,
sure.
I'll hold it this way so you can kind of see a little better. So yeah, you'd have your normal nozzle. Here threaded in, and then you have the heater cartridge. There. So, and then the filament path going up, and then around the filament path is a conformal cooling channel. So the idea was that you could pump air into here, the cold air, and then back out, and keep it as a closed loop. So
that's cool.
One of the things that I found frustrating about FDM printing was that, if you want to control the ambient temperature around like ABS or nylon, it's hard to do it because you need those fans rolling. So, I was trying to take out the fans here. And so you'd have like an external like air pump just
like an air pump through there. That's super cool. And you designed that you designed that yourself and then printed on one of the printers there?
Yeah. Yeah, so this one was done in aluminum, so I could machine it afterward. But you could even do it in Inconel, so you could have some super high temperature printing.
Jeez. So I'm assuming that's all metal, no pun intended.
It's all metal. It's 100% metal. It's even got the heating block built into it, so you don't have to.
That's cool.
There's no separation. So the other idea behind it was, keeping the melt pool super tight, so that way when you can keep as much pressure as possible going into the melt zone, and then flowing it out.
That is awesome. I mean, as I talked a little bit earlier, I was printing some nylon, and I think something like that could be very beneficial. I know there's a ton of different hot ends and extruders and everything out there, but it's really cool that you could take and prototype your own and do it in metal. Now, does that need to be sintered when you're done?
All the metal stuff, you need to at least do some slight heat treating. So the picture you have of the tailpieces, they're currently going in for stress relief. So when you print it, when the parts are being held down, the metal is under tension. And then if you were to cut it off, things could warp or crack. And so you need to relieve that stress a bit first. So you put it in a furnace or some kind of heating source. About, I think they were running that at 800C. Maybe, yeah.
That's it. Just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there at 800C.
Yeah, our sintering one. So we also do I've done some binder jet printing, for like desktop metal, that kind of stuff. Have you seen them? They're the most.
Is that the one that sends you the filament and then you send it out to get sintered?
That is a company but Desktop Metal and Mark Forge, they have those metal extrusion printers that they have the so you can, it's like an FDM printer, but it makes a part out of metal extrusion.
Sure.
Yeah. So those
I've seen the Mark Forge ones.
Yeah, I think those are more common for people to know about. But so those companies, you put the part in a sintering oven, and I think you run those at like 16 or 1800 Celsius. So
that'll heat up the house a little.
Yeah, so that's stuff you're doing in your garage usually. Plus, I mean, again, you're with a lot of these machines, you're running nitrogen or argon. So we have huge dewars of just gas around, which I think a lot of people don't know about with the metal printers. So
yeah, I didn't know. Until you said that chamber was filled with argon. I'm thinking like, why would that have to be? But I imagine it's to keep everything stable, right, inside of there.
Yep. Oh. And then also different gases have different properties about the heating. So it's going to change your material properties when it's done.
Oh, wow. So Shannon, I think we should have you send the Iron Man, the next one you do, or even the Green Goblin plans over to Brandon. We should get a full suit made. It only costs you about $100,000 or something. And I don't know. Is it expensive to do that?
I think that's a tough question to answer. Overall, yes, I'd say it is expensive. You try to maximize it so you reduce your cost. But you're paying for the gas, the electricity to run the machines, and then the powder itself is can be expensive, or it can be kind of cheap. It depends on what your needs are. Some companies need they have requirements on. There's pages and pages of standards. You can't have more than 10 parts per million of oxygen in it when it's done, or stuff like that. Just they get very specific. Yeah, and so that the more requirements you have, the more expensive it gets. Yeah.
I suppose, and it's kind of cool to be a part of, a part of the industry that maybe isn't huge, but you get to see the slice of that, right? So and it's really cool that you get to play with some of these printers a lot of us don't get to play with, really. I mean
yeah I wish I got to play with them a bit more, but
How
I
is
feel like I'm in like a science lesson and not like printing anymore.
It does, yeah. It's that. Well, I think that's why my physics background works really well, because I understand the laser interaction and powder morphology a little bit better than just it's more than just just pop it in, print out the part, and clean it off. So
there's a lot of planning.
Yeah.
It's more than just tossing some settings in your Cura or Prusa slicer or whatever, and throwing it out on the porch to get hot or something. Like it sounds like inside of this printer you're talking about is super controlled. Like you said, everything has to be cleaned out before you touch the parts and all that stuff. I mean, it kind of sounds like resin printing would be a lot easier.
It is. It's a lot safer too. You don't. When you work on the printers, you have a full papper. That's the face mask, the blown air, and you can't. Yeah, because you just can't mess with it. It's at least with the resin stuff, you just wear some gloves. You're fine.
yeah. So a ventilator maybe if you have to, but I mean, it's not like you're going to inhale like aluminum or something. I mean, like that would be I think that would be bad, right? To inhale some titanium powder or something.
Probably.
I would think so. Yeah,
I bet you Geary would love that. Just throw some titanium powder right in his vent or his
That's
fan.
how he evolves, right? He just consumes metal parts. And
listen, man, I've been clean for 3 years. Don't bring that up.
we just set a pile of powder right next to your intake fan and yeah, exactly. That's what it'll sound like.
Yeah.
I love it. Too much fun. Well, Shannon's making a bow back there, and we talked a little bit about that. It looks like it's behind her now, and it would be cool to have something like this more mainstream. The more mainstream it gets, it'll be cool to have something like this, because when you're doing parts like the bow behind you, it would be really cool to be able to do that in metal and not have it be $1,000 or something.
Yes.
Or you can get the carbon fiber ones with the they're talking about Mark Forge. You could do the fiber fill.
That's what I think. I think I remember I was at one of the big shows where all the big companies come in. And I believe it was them that had it's like a roll, essentially. We'll call it a roll that like inlays with the filament as it prints. And they were showing me some of that stuff, and it's just super cool. I don't remember if I did a video or not on that show, but it's super cool how it works, because it actually drops carbon fiber in not like the particles like we would see in a filament, right? I'm talking about like actual carbon fiber strip in the layers, and the stuff is super strong. So that is an idea, because you could do that. It's more attainable probably than metal right now.
I would think so. Yeah.
Probably.
So we alluded to it enough. Let's see this bow you've been working on. Come on.
Oh God. Okay. It's this is it. This is finished. So yeah, I feel like I've only done this, showed this off for like a week, because everybody keeps asking about it. But this is the handle thing.
It's your newest project, so that's why it looks good. What's the actual ends of the bow made out of?
The limbs. This is all 3D print and PLA. I'm not lying.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
I put ABS over the seam on this because I couldn't fit it all in one build plate, but
sure,
it's not snapping. I can draw it
nice
somewhat. It's very big for this space, as much
that's okay.
my table, but I mean, you can see the bottom one when I pull this back. It's fine. It doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's not
that's
snapping.
Cool. And
but
it's meant to be a prop, right?
Yeah, but I'm just extra, and eventually I'm making. This is for Arrow.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess it's like 10 years old now. It's the 10-year anniversary of Arrow, but season 1. But this is the engraving that we did. I did this on a stream. If anybody was in it this week, that's all the detailing on the front, and then I branded it. It's going to my friend, so I branded it with his logo on it too. So it's like very personalized right now.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so that's where that's at. I have to get a shorter string to put on it, but yeah, everybody keeps asking about it.
Well, it's a good thing to have. You've been putting it out there. You've been working on Twitch and on your streams and stuff, working on it. So it's awesome when you're done and everybody's like, I gotta see this. So that's
I'm gonna put a. I'm waiting for a shorter string. I think it's a 41-inch string on it, and it is so flexible that that's like not. It's too long because it's not tugging it enough. So I have a 36-inch coming, which should be fine because I measured out like a piece of suede like rope.
Gotcha.
And was using that, and it worked really well. So I'm gonna put that back on it temporarily though, and go test this thing after we're done here today and see how far it shoots.
Are you? Can you just cut the other one or not so much?
What do you mean, the string?
Yeah.
So this is an actual like archery string that's on this right now. So I don't know if you've seen if you know, like the center
Sure.
is wrapped.
Got it.
It's too thin to focus, but and then you
Yeah, I
have,
see
this
it.
is actually like 16 strands and it's just twisted.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's cool.
it's like a waxed something or other, and I could make it. Am I going to? No. That's the one part I'm not gonna make.
Nah, I would say don't reinvent the wheel, but I think we do that every day with 3D printing.
I know.
Right.
People see something and they're like, I could make that. My friend Trent is a great example of that. His latest one, he saw somebody make a topographical puzzle, and when it's all together, it's like it looks like a piece of topography. But then when you pull it all apart, it's a puzzle you have to put together and figure it out. And it's actually a lot harder than it sounds.
No, it sounds kind of difficult.
Yeah, that sounds challenging.
But he's like, I could make that. And he just sat down in Fusion 360 and knocked it out. And then he printed it. And I'm like, I for one, don't have the time to even think about doing something like that. But for two, like in my brain, like it just doesn't work like that. I'm not wired, as a coder or maybe like what you do. I'm like, let's just print some stuff. Let's make it cool. Let's show you how to do it. Now, if I sat down and learned it, just like anything, right, you'd be good at it. But it's just having that time to do it. And some of these, like, you put that together and you did the violin part, and like some of the stuff is so cool. But in 3D printing, people are like, we could change that. It looks like a wheel. It rolls like a wheel. Well, let's make it a wheel.
Pretty much.
And it has, instead of being round, it has 20 different flat pieces, or they just it's so cool how people do that. And I just
like, Angus is following, right, with the
wheels. With all the wheels, especially all this cool stuff he tested. And it's just like, how many different ways can you make a wheel? And the answer is like as many as you can think of. And I'm over here drawing stick figures. Like I could probably draw a stick wheel, but you're hanging out. I think we should dive into some hot makes before we get too far into the show.
That'd be great.
You sound good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do some hot makes.
Yes.
Man, timing on that bumper, spot on, Geary. Nice work. Nice work on that.
You didn't cut anyone off like some people like to do.
Normally I'm the one that gets cut off because I talk too much. And today I'm knocking on I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm knocking on my desk today a lot.
You're very excited that it's Sunday.
I am.
That it's Super Bowl weekend and not Valentine's Day, like
Super Bowl Sunday.
Weekend. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Oh, I honestly I usually make plans for Super Bowl Sunday and stuff. I didn't at all this year. We didn't do anything. I don't really necessarily care about the game this year. What I do care about is two things: the commercials and the epic halftime show that we're about to see with all the old school peeps in there. And it's funny they say old school because to me they're not old school. But
I get it.
Some people are out there like, who's Eminem? Is that something you eat? And I'm like, whoa. Anyways, what do we got here? Filament. Touche.
And I usually cut you off. I didn't want to disappoint.
We're gonna get Gary some wrap it up music. So if I go like digress too much, it'll just be like behind me. It'll just start playing.
I was just trying to pump us all up again. That was a good intro.
There you go. Filament Frenzy, you're going to start us out. A fun model to print. This is a Rose Dragon by Cinderwing 3. It's on Colts 3D 0.15 layers with an Prusa MK3S and a Revo. Let's see. Boom. Check this out. Now that is fire. Let us know in the chat below if that's hot, but I think this is hot. I love the roses on top to make the scales. What do you think of this one?
Oh, it's awesome. I actually, honestly, I'd like to see it in the chocolate printer, and then
Yes, yes, Evan, if you're listening, we need this in chocolate.
Yeah. It does. It looks like a cake topper. Like you'd see something on like it's perfect. Yeah.
It does. Like, we could do milk chocolate and dark
That's
chocolate.
true. It does look like a cake topper. I didn't even think of that though until you said that. But now I just want like to eat that like little.
Yeah,
roses.
exactly. It's just like all right. I'll take a few of those for myself. Yeah.
In a world where there's dragon cake toppers. Anyways, I love cake, so I'm in. Nice work. Filament Frenzy. This was awesome, man. I love seeing everything he does, and this definitely does not disappoint. Video coming soon, so watch Filament Frenzy's channel for this. Super cool print. All right, what do we got next? Mad Monkey Jordan. This is a cool one. A friend of mine asked me to make this for them, and I could not resist. There's always money in a banana stand. Yes.
Nice. Wow, that's detailed.
Yes. Ironically, there's no banana for scale.
Wait, where's the rim shot? Where's the rim shot? Come on.
I do want to know, like, because again, just like you said, there's a lot of detail. I want to know how, like, what the scale is.
I gotta pop the. Let's see here. Boom.
Because look at those tiny little like the little menu things.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of detail on those, so I want to know how big this is.
Yeah,
this is phenomenal. There's your banana for scale right here. So it's full size. There's always money in a banana stand. Oh yeah, look at down here. Oops. Look it down. Click on it again. Come on, there we go. There you go. Like you said, the menu, you can actually read it. Man, that is super cool.
Right.
A lot of time went into this one. Jordan, that looks great. Let's see. Did he say? Sadly, I ran out of gloop.
Yeah.
The gloop is the stuff, man. You gotta have the gloop. We gotta get Shannon some gloop.
Yeah.
But nice work there. I think this is a super cool. If you ever watch Dude Perfect, everybody gets to vote, and you know if they get 5 cools, it's super cool, right? Nice work. What do we got next? Ethan's dad finished hand painting Stitch. This is from ChaosCortec. Thanks for uploading.
When they paint things.
Yes, he did submit this. Right, he did this for Filament February as well, but I wanted to put it over here. Here you go.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I suck at painting, so I could definitely,
Those two always make some amazing models to print and to paint.
For sure.
Well, it looks like the blue was the base, and he just painted the details on it.
There you go.
Yep.
So just zooming in here, we can kind of see here. It's cool that you can see the layers there, the paint around the eyes. Nice. So cool. It looks like he painted it right over the he didn't prime it or anything, so he painted it right over the model too. Cool.
Yeah.
No sanding on this one, Shannon.
I know. You know, the bow wasn't too hard to sand because it was all like flat pieces.
That's true.
But that's why I'm just staring at Goblin like I don't want to do this right now. The sanding's just like looming.
Nice. Oh man, that is super cool. And again, he tagged it for Filament February, and I saw it over there, but I wanted to throw it in the HotMakes because this is a HotMake. Nice work, Marcus, or also known as Ethan's dad. What's cool is he gets to do all this fun stuff, and then Ethan gets to actually hang out and check it out and play with it.
Yeah.
Nice work. And also ChaosCortec for the awesome model. They're always killing it over there, and they have so much free stuff on Thangs that it's unbelievable. Maybe we could do this in metal.
Absolutely. We can do an Inconel heavy metal Stitch.
That would be awesome. What do you think? How much would that cost somebody? Like if I said, "Hey, I want this Stitch," and in metal.
In that metal,
just I mean, like obviously a ballpark.
Yeah, just And I was $700 to $1,000 maybe.
Oh boy. We're
Wow.
not doing a full Iron Man suit in metal, is what I just
Whoa.
learned.
Yeah. Well, if you did, well, Adam Savage already did that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And he almost got to fly in it, kind of, not really, but that was a cool project he did. All right, Abby Brown, also known as Abby Math. So I did a thing. I typically bring Pringles to class for a particular lesson, but we can't have any food in class with the current restrictions. So I was hesitant to print them because of the supports, but I had an idea. Yes, Pringles fully 3D printed in a case. This is genius.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, genius. Here, that's how she
I want
printed
to
them.
know.
Oh, okay, I
Okay,
see
that
that
was
part.
my question
Yeah.
because she said something about the supports.
Yep.
But it looks
That was a
like
good
they
idea.
came off very well.
Yeah, there you go. Such a cool idea. Grouped them together and looks to be like 10 there or something. Maybe a little
If
more.
you go down, there's a video of her pulling them off, and it's very satisfying.
Oh, let's
Watch
pop
this.
that up.
Watch it. How clean this is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
I mean, someone's got to say it. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
Huh?
Here you go.
It's very satisfying. I don't know why.
Can you guys hear it? Can you hear the audio when she pulls it out there?
Not on your screen.
No, I can picture it though.
Oh, dang it.
There it goes.
There you go.
Oh, I see. Geary had me muted because of the TikTok incident. We got to wait one more time so you can hear it. Here you go. Oh, yeah.
It even
Sounds like eating them
chips.
too. That's
Yeah.
great.
So good.
That's exactly what Shan.
And now we want Pringles.
Yes, like I said, that's what made me think. Once you pop, the fun don't stop, and it's just like the sound. I could picture popping the top and then grabbing like a handful. Oh my gosh, I need Pringles. Nice work
Make a
there,
Pringle fund instead.
Abby. Always killing it, and now I need Pringles. But the other thing that, like, let's not bury the lead here. She printed a Pringles case that is dang near translucent.
Yeah.
So that's something else we need to talk about, because this is such a super clean. I'm pretty sure that's printed.
Thin.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might be part of it.
It's got to be printed, right? Let's see. Oh,
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, you can kind of see the facets on it, so it's probably. Yeah.
It looks very thin though, so if it was in like the transparent filament, because there's no infill or anything, that's probably why it's working.
There we
out.
go. Oh yeah,
Yep, there it is.
Now you can see it. Oh,
That's
looks
great.
so good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and I'm hungry. So there's that. On another note, my wife ordered Girl Scout cookies online from a friend of ours. We ordered it through like a link, the thing, and we got them yesterday already.
And they're gone.
And they're not gone. My Thin Mints, ironically, went in the freezer. I love frozen Thin Mint. If you've never had a frozen Thin Mint, take a sleeve of them, throw them in the freezer, and eat them. Ironically, I hate hard cookies, hence the Oreo thing. I hate hard cookies, but Thin Mints are an exception. They are so good when they're frozen. But I totally went off on a tangent on Thin Mints. But what I was trying to say is there's a new cookie. There's a brand new cookie this year. It's like some brownie cookie something, and it's actually pretty good. So
nice. Yeah.
That's my Girl Scout PSA for the day. Also known as I am so glad she didn't order more.
We should get off of food, I think.
Yeah. I'm hungry. Nice work, Abby. You took us from Pringles to Girl Scout cookies, and we appreciate that journey. Let us know in the comment what you think. This was hot. All right. Titan's Revenge. My hands are still dirty. This was multiple machines, multiple types of filament, lots of processing were done. It's over 1.5 feet tall.
Wow.
This is
Filament
little
roller scale.
Raphael action. There we go. Yeah. So good.
I want an army of all of them now.
Yeah, one of each.
Right?
Mhm. You
I
can't
gotta
just make
zoom in.
one.
There you go. I had to zoom in and check out the paint here on. There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Very good. Done very well. Weathered nicely.
Mhm.
hmm
Man,
Yeah.
and it's such a tiny piece too to weather like that.
Well, I guess the details are, but I'm looking at
Hmm.
the filament roll that it's standing on.
Yeah,
That's true.
pretty big.
Well, it's a foot and a half tall. That's what they said.
Yeah. It's a lot of
So-
like fine details, like the skinny like swords and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
but
Mhm.
Very
it's
cool.
nice.
I think I need I definitely
Pizza now?
need all four like on a shelf behind me or something. That would be really cool.
It's not, yeah, you got to do all of them now. You can't just
Yeah.
stop at one.
Don't
Right.
forget about Splinter though. I mean, you got to get some Splinter action in there. We need to see some Splinter. So Titan's Revenge, awesome work. We need to see a Splinter. Come on. This is the challenge. A HotMakes challenge. We're throwing it down. I think, oh man, who was it? A couple years ago, somebody did the ooze from The Secret of the Ooze. It was like an actual container of
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
ooze. Oh, I'm trying to remember who
That'd be
did
good.
that. It was so cool. Geary, maybe if you can find it before the end of the show, we'll show that. It's someone who 3D printed the ooze container with like the ooze and everything in it from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see if we can challenge Geary to the task. All right, what do we got next? Sacrificially, this was a cool project too. I'm not necessarily sure that it was about this box here. I believe it was about the dice, but
Oh, okay, but still.
let me just see. Of
It looks
course,
like
this
the box is probably made though too. So
there you go. Oh yeah, I'm sure the box was made, and the dice all around. It's suits like paint splattered like blood.
yeah.
You paint it all, Brandon?
Oh yeah, used to a lot more than I do now.
Well, so this is my kind of paint. You throw it on a brush or something, and you just go.
It's very satisfying results.
Yes.
Yeah, that I just saw something up in the top. It looks like there's like a hatchet or
Yeah,
some
like
sort
an
of
axe
or
or a.
let's go see.
It's also the splatter.
Yeah, look at
At
that.
first, I thought it was like the hour hand from a
Sure.
clock, but yeah, it's
Yeah, that's cool. Very good work, and the dice are sweet too, by the way.
Mhm.
yeah, those are pretty amazing.
Um,
Yeah, the dice casting groups are just amazing.
yeah,
It's gaining momentum too because I see them a lot, and they're all fascinating because they're all so different and unique.
Yep.
And
Right.
that's, I guess, why it's taking off, but they're crazy.
if you like you said, the casting ones are so cool with the metal casting. The people that are using resin printers and doing them that way, there's so many people now using resin printers and making their own dice or creating molds.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. There's a
3D
lot of
printing,
like,
then creating molds and then using those molds
yeah,
to do the die. And
yep.
man, there's some really cool stuff. I love watching there's a TikTok. I'm trying to remember her name on TikTok, but it's all about her dice. She always is opening the silicone mold and or showing when she's pouring it and she's dropping like gold flake or different glitters and stuff like that. And as she's doing multiple pours and man,
I really want to try that someday because it looks like a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I think we should do it on HotMakes Live. Find somebody who can hook us up ahead of time, get everything we need, and then film us
Yeah.
live trying to make a die on
And then we
HotMakes.
can let it sit till the following. I like that
Yeah,
idea.
and then
Let's
the
do it.
reveal comes the next week, and it's
Let's do it. I'll do it.
I'm gonna call mine Chaos already. I just know. If you ever watch Evan and Caitlin, yeah, it's resin time. Anyways, anyway, so good. Sacrificially, nice work. You're pleased. We're pleased, and we definitely let us know in the comments how all of this was made because you really didn't give us much here.
Yeah,
You didn't give us
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's like
Nice work, Shannon. All right, what do we got? Matt. Here we go. This is something I've created for my fiancé for Valentine's Day. So the last couple here are Valentine's Day related because, I mean, that's what today is, or well, tomorrow when this airs is. And this was super cool. I don't know if you guys are How to Train a Dragon fans, but my wife is a huge fan. We've seen the movies in the theaters and all that stuff. And here you go. So this is how it started. And it says, went outside and saw the moon and it made me think of you. And it's, I'm going to forget the other dragon's name. It's Toothless. And if anyone knows this, let me know, because I've totally screwed it up. Maybe Geary knows it. Maybe Geary remembers the other dragon, and it's not Toothless. I can't remember her name. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so this is how it started, and then it turned into.
I have no idea.
What? That's not an answer an AI makes. I have no idea. It's good. That was the best. That was the best AI answer of my life. Here, what could the name of the other dragon?
I was working on debugging a program real quick, so I wasn't even really paying attention. I'm sorry.
That was so good. I have no idea. I wish Amazon would answer,
but I cannot do that.
I wish Google or whatever would answer me like that too. Sometimes, like instead of saying like random garbage that I don't want to hear, just say I have no idea.
When you ask it a question and it takes you to like a location instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Google is just a goody two shoes. He was the lame kid in school. I was one of the cool kids. I was a rebel.
Well, this is. I should just text my wife. She would know it right away. Anyways, this came out so good. Let's just go ahead here.
The color is so pretty.
Yeah, there you go. I want to go back to this. Was this was Lithphane, I believe.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, and to make it look kind of like the moon surface when it's not lit up, that's just ridiculous.
So good. So good. And
that's what he does, though. I mean,
it's just, he's so crazy with it. It's just amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
I try not to look at his stuff because it makes you feel a little bit inadequate. It's like,
he was on a stream like showing some of them off with us once on one of my streams, and we were just sitting there like in awe.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's like, well, I could go do something else now. I'm done here.
I love it. It's so good. Nice work there, and awesome for your fiance for Valentine's Day, not your fiancés. Oh, I didn't even like this one. Come on, what kind of person am I? All right, here we go. Hey, look, this has been open the whole time. All right, there we go. Last but not least, 3D print bunny. It printed successfully. Phew. Okay, that's not how she said it. It's a swing carousel. Do you like it? All right. Before I play this video, let us know in the comments if you like it already. Just from what it looks like right now. I'll give you a second. Okay, go. We're watching your comments. Let's do this. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh.
What?
That is the added bonus right there.
Wow.
She's taken her tensegrity to a new level.
I would like to know how like none of those snapped. Because like with my luck, like one of them would go flying.
Yeah, that's so good.
Dang. Was that all print in place, did you say? Or
yeah, I believe so. Let's see. I mean, I'm sure most of her stuff is print in place. So here you go. So many bits to keep you anxious. Keep your fingers crossed for the next 7 hours. Look, that's just like the first pieces.
Hours.
Oh man. And then if you scroll down, let's see. I thought she updated it again further down, but I'm probably wrong. Anyways, this is just too cool. I think I need it. I think I need to print that.
I wouldn't be able to successfully print it, I don't think. That's the thing.
You could do it.
It would fail.
I'm just impressed the 3D design behind it, just getting it all to come out that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to like pull it off the bed is my thing. Like,
yeah, actually.
Something.
Definitely killing it. I don't know. I love it. I think the colors, everyone uses such cool colors all together. But the colors people use are so cool.
Yep.
Man, nice work there, 3D Print Bunny, and we appreciate the contribution because, as we said earlier, people like let's reinvent the wheel. Let's just carousel swings exist. Let's make it 3D printed. I mean, let's do it. And then you take it and knock it out of the ballpark like this. So awesome job. Anything else you can add to that? I'm just like seeing that is like
I'm still sitting here like, how did that come off the bed without breaking? That's my question. That's what I want to know.
Well, let's see. I love my TH3D flex plates. I love the textured flex plates, my favorite. As soon as they cool down, everything just slides right off of them. Like there's no sticking to that. Now, if I have something crazy, like I'm going to do this nylon or something like this, and as soon as the stream's over today, I'm actually going to be printing a whole bunch of nylon and stuff. And I love Vision Miner nanopolymer. It is awesome. This stuff is gold. You just have to coat the bed and that's it. And you're good for, I don't know, 5-10 prints. And
wow.
then, a lot of people, what they do is they give a good coating on the bed the first time. And you really don't need a ton, but just make sure the bed is coated, right? And then like after, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 prints, depending on what you're doing, they'll take microfiber, throw a little bit of rubbing alcohol on spray on it, and let's do a quick wipe, and it kind of like refreshes the tackiness of it, and they get another 5 prints out of it. I know someone who has had one bottle for like a year and a half. Wow. And I mean, but the stuff it's kind of pricey, but I think it's like, I don't know, last time I looked, maybe like $60 or something. But it's a good sized bottle and it will last you a long time. Do you use that too, Brandon?
Yeah, it works on everything. Like, and if you have a glass bed, it protects it. If you have a flex plate, it just works.
Yep. And you can use basically any type of filament you want on it. Like you said, it works with everything.
Compatible with everything.
So Shannon, we'll have to get you some. I can make that happen, and you should try it because I'm telling you, when you're done, as long as you let the bed cool, you have to let the bed cool. As long as you let the bed cool, you probably just walk over and be like, "Punk," and it.
I would love that because sometimes I fight with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially, it's hard to see on this. Some of the prints that I did are initially on this.
Yes. That's my problem too. And I don't want to upgrade to a glass bed. Really, I'm fine with those. But what I did is I bought a new one, and now I'm putting painter's tape on it.
Get out of here.
And it uses a lot of tape, but you know what? I haven't had that issue.
Let me guess. Did 3D Print Llama tell you to do that?
No, I just got annoyed because it wouldn't stick to the bed.
The tape always works.
So this is a flex plate, and this is what came on the Ender 3S1. And it's actually a pretty decent flex plate. It works good. Everything sticks pretty good to this plate. I still threw the nanopolymer on it because I'm doing the nylon. But the problem I had is that I cannot get some of this crap off there.
It's just there forever
without gouging it or printing. Some people will print
like a full sheet, like a full wrap.
Basically a 1 or 2 layer like full bed, let it get nice and hot, and then peel it all off, and when it's hot, and see if it all comes with it. I don't care.
One research project that I did once was really fun, was to try to make a new print surface, and the idea was to use electrostatic forces. So it was a 20,000 volts print bed.
Whoa, jeez!
But it polarizes the plastic, so it sticks.
Let's just throw some 20,000 volts on this bed. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'd walk up and be like, is that printing? Gosh!
Oh, darn, I was grounded today. Yeah, it's proof of concept and not product.
Yeah, right. Well, I tell you what, it's been, we're a little bit over. We're about 5 minutes over time, but that's okay. We had so much fun. We saw a lot of cool stuff. One more time before we go, Brandon, who are you? What do you do? Where can we find your work?
Yeah, just find me on Twitter. That's the only social place I really stick around much. private Discord servers occasionally. But yeah, I'm software engineer and developer advocate for in metal 3D printing. So you probably won't see me around too much because I hide in the background with all the dark arts.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you coming on. I know, that again, the pieces that you're doing with the extruder, the hot end, and the violin piece and the metal. I appreciate you tagging us in that because we need to see that stuff. It's so cool to see, especially when the community doesn't get to see a lot of that. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Anything else, Shannon, before we go?
No, I think that's it. I think we're good.
All right. Well, everybody else out there, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We know it is Valentine's Day. Don't forget to find us, tag us with hashtag HotMakes. We got you. We'll get you on. Hopefully, get you on an episode. We've had a ton coming in, so it's hard to get them all in.
But don't forget to enter Filament February.
Yeah, Filament February.
I think it's awesome.
Filament
so
February.
Easy to enter.
Yeah, and it's free. There's nothing better than free, and you can't win if you don't try. So Filament February, you still got you got 24 days from the airing of this to get your Filament February in. So they have 14 more winners after today. Math is hard. And but thank you guys. We appreciate you hanging out. It's a Valentine's Day. Tell everybody out there we appreciate you coming. And there's Shannon's Valentine.
God.
But you guys are awesome. We really appreciate it. I'm Nerdy J.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.